Mark Carney just flipped off Alberta. Again, the new environment minister that he just put into cabinet, well, she's just as radical as the environment minister before her, maybe even worse. And I think that's really saying something. This is Mark Carney, though, saying something to Alberta that nothing is changing and it might even get worse. Julie DeBrusen isn't some moderate trying to bring balance back to Ottawa. She's a dyed-in-the-wool, downtown Toronto elite ideologue, one of those I bike to work so you don't have to ladies, literally. She once bragged about cycling to work alongside Chrystia Freeland, while conveniently ignoring the fact that Freeland still uses a taxpayer-funded car and driver. These people want you to ditch your vehicle while they get motorcades to climate summits. DeBrusen thinks your pickup is a planetary threat. Your furnace, well, that's a crime scene. And your job in the energy sector, that's a moral stain. She once tweeted, and I quote, "It is no longer free to pollute anywhere across our country." What she meant was, if you live in rural Canada, drive a truck, or work in oil and gas, you're the problem, and they're going to make you pay for it. She celebrated when the Tech Frontier mine was killed. That was a multi-billion-dollar project, thousands of jobs in Alberta just gone. She said the environmental impact cannot be mitigated. Translation, Alberta's economy is non-negotiable. If you're still wondering whether Alberta can ever get a project done inside of Confederation, let me save you some time. The answer is no. This is the same minister who cheered on Bill C-69, also known as the No More Pipelines bill. She supported the very legislation that created so many layers of bureaucratic red tape that even thinking about a new pipeline became a regulatory nightmare. That bill was a direct attack on Alberta's ability to develop our resources, and she applauded it. And if you thought she was just anti-oil, well, buckle up, partners. DeBrusen is anti-pipeline, anti-development, and anti-common sense. Yes, we won't be getting an export pipeline under Carney if this is his environment minister. And as if that weren't enough, well, she's also a radical anti-gun lunatic. She wants to ban all, quote, military-style assault rifles, whatever that means this week, and force a gun buyback, which is not actually a buyback if the government never owned them in the first place. Again, there's a message here for us Albertans, and it's coming straight out of the mouth of the Prime Minister's office. We don't like your trucks, your oil, or your guns, and we're coming for all three. But wait, there's more. She also led the charge on banning single-use plastics, the stuff that farmers, hunters, hospitals, small businesses, restaurants rely on every single day. To DeBrusen, a plastic fork is an eco-crime. Out here, it's how you eat lunch on the tailgate of your pickup truck. But again, she wouldn't know that because she governs from an X bubble, not the real world. And when she says climate change is the number one issue for Canadians, that's just flat out wrong. It's not even on the radar for most of us. We care about feeding our families, heating our homes, and not being strangled by regulations dreamed up in the latte lounges of Queen Street. This isn't just environmental policy, it's economic punishment for us Albertans, it's cultural warfare, and Carney knew exactly what he was doing when he picked her. This isn't an olive branch to the west, it's a middle finger. Carney doesn't care if we leave. In fact, I think he's pushing us out. And maybe it's time we stopped asking for a seat at the table and started building our own. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. If you think there is a better, different way forward for the West, whether that's inside of Confederation or outside, please go to donegetingscrewed.com to find out more information on our series of town halls and to get your own great Western First merch. Again, that's donegetingscrewed.com.